another edition of SCTV3. I'm Cassie, Lynagh.
And I'm Bree Hill. Here are tonight's top stories.
Pope Benedict XVI has become the first pope in 600 years to resign after holding the position for 8 years due to health issues. Besides retiring from the Vatican, he will also be retiring his Twitter account and express his gratitude in his last tweet saying, quote, "Thank you for your love and support. May you always experience the joy that comes from putting Christ at the center of your lives." The Roman Catholic Church has no pope until Monday when the conclave of cardinals settles on a new one.
Former NBA star Dennis Rodman has done what even few politicians in the world have done. The former Detroit Piston and Chicago Bull is currently on a trip to North Korea. Rodman had met and watched the game with current leader Kim Jong-un. The former rebounding star said that the leader are, quote, best friends for life.
We will be right back with a commercial break from SC Student Media.
Located in the basement of Laughlin, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, the Springfield College Printing and Postal Services welcomes you. At the post office, students can pick up a package, purchase stamps, mail a letter, pick up boxes and postal supplies, and send a package using UPS or United States Post Office. Just down the hall is the print shop, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. At the print shop, students can pick up course packets, print duplicate handouts and presentations or projects, and even print posters. For additional information on services, the post office can be reached at 413-748-3876 and the print shop at 413-478-3286 or by email at printshop@springfieldcollege.edu.
Donnie Collins, a 20-year-old sophomore at Boston's Emerson College, learned soon after he joined the Phi Alpha Tau fraternity that his insurance company declined to cover surgery to remove breast tissue to flatten his chest as part of a transgender operation. Phi Alpha Tau members, defying the conventional stereotype of a fraternity, launched a campaign on an online fundraising site, Indiegogo.com, with a goal of collecting the $8,100 needed for the procedure, scheduled for May. "We see Donnie as a brother, and we want to support him in this endeavor," said Phi Alpha Tau chapter president John Allen. The response was overwhelming, resulting in almost $16,000, according to the frat's website. The money left over the surgery will be donated to the Jim Collins Foundation, an organization that helps fund gender-confirming surgeries for transgender people, the group said. Collins was more than appreciative, saying, "I'm overwhelmed and surprised. I can't thank everyone enough. What a kind gesture from a tightly knit brotherhood."
And magic filled Springfield College air Wednesday night as magician Peter Boyer took the Fuller Arts Center stage. He calls himself the, quote, magician for non-believers, and after his performance, the audience can say that they believe. Students stated that after watching the hour of illusions and tricks, they were, quote, completely mind-blown. Peter Boyer was just one of many Campus Activity Board's events, and there will be many more this semester, including Midnight Bingo, other comedians, and magicians as well. As for other Springfield College news, Massasoit has been having Wi-Fi trouble connecting to it. Alex Thomas was able to get the story. Let's take a look.
The Wi-Fi issue in the Massasoit Hall was a big issue earlier this year, mainly in the first semester. I was able to catch up with the IT department to get their thoughts on the issue and how they approached it and fixed the issue just in time for the second semester.
So the wireless for each of the residence halls is inside the building. So it's if we're not having the degree of coverage that we need to have, then that's something we can fix. So whether you're on the basement floor or you're on the top floor of International, our wireless is inside the building, so there shouldn't be anything external to the building that should be causing difficulties for students. Equipment for the facility, both in fire suppression, heating and air conditioning, and those things are typically in the basement areas of the residence halls. So there's increased harmonic activity, if you will. The other piece of it is that they have to shore these rooms up with metal and those types of deals, and the wireless signal has a difficult time getting through, through metal and those things. What needs to happen is that as we're moving forward and as we announce we've completed a facility, if there's still an area in a building that they're having issues with, they just need to let us know. So the wireless for each of the residence halls is inside the building. So it's if we're not having the degree of coverage that we need to have, then that's something we can fix. So whether you're on the basement floor or you're on the top floor of International, our wireless is inside the building, so there shouldn't be anything external to the building that should be causing difficulties for us.
Access points or whatever else if we hear feedback that there's issues.
Yeah, and I think that we've demonstrated we will do that. You know, we want to get it right. I mean, there's no question. I think that one of the things that would be beneficial to get to the students, for the students to understand, is this explosion of devices, the proliferation of those devices is extremely significant. We doubled in less than a year. To be quite candid with you, we doubled from when the students left in the spring to when they came back in the fall. We have moved, and we are moving as quickly as we possibly can. This is not a budgeted item. It was not anticipated, but I think that the school has stepped forward and realized that this is something that's critical for us to do, and we're moving on that, because there are other things that projects that we're planning to bring forward very soon that's going to be building on top of the wireless piece. You know, and the other thing too, I think the students need to realize also is we have purposely not gone the extent of other schools to outlaw gaming and all this other things. I personally see the residence halls as an extension of your home. You guys live there, you know, from fall, you know, to summer, and so we want to provide an environment where you can use it for whatever your reasonableness on each side. And I'll give you a great example. One of the reasons that the wireless was in the floor, for lack of a better term, in the fall was that, and you could watch the connectivity piece, but people would get on at 10, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and we would be pegged until 3 or 4 o'clock. The reason that we were pegged is because we had almost 2,000 instances of Netflix running at the same time.
It's, a lot of times it's happening at night because that's our heaviest traffic, as Deanna explained. It's, 9 p.m. into the early morning. And if it's getting to a frustrating point, I would recommend that students immediately at that moment make a phone call, and even though the TSC may not be at the phone, they can leave a message, because we check those first thing, 7:30 the next morning. They could leave a message for the TSC saying, I had wireless problems and I'm really frustrated, here's my name, here's the residence I'm in, give us some information, and we would follow up on it immediately.
I also caught up with some residents from the Massasoit Hall to get their thoughts on the Wi-Fi issue from semester number 1 and in the second semester.
It's been at the beginning it was a little rough. It was tough to get a connection, especially for watching games and like Facebook and stuff. But it has gotten better over the year, so that's always positive. Hopefully it can get a little bit better.
While the issue has been restored and Wi-Fi strength is back, the IT department continues to work to make the internet experience the best it can be.
And now we're going to send it over to Weather and Entertainment with Candace Tibbetts.